The 5 games that we deserve are finally upon us, and 100 Thieves, specifically the man from Quebec, has decided that he will not go home today a loss. He will pick the blind monk, put the team on his back, and decide to drag them to the finish if he has to. Welcome back to the Dash Graphics, joined here by Veteran and Curry. Gentlemen, this has been a fun one, but we're almost near the end. But before we get to the penultimate statements, let's talk about what we just saw in front of us. So, Curry, let's start off with you.
Yeah, so I think pretty much what we saw is just Fnatic basically solo carrying the game. I think there's really not a lot much to say about how impactful he was this game. I think first things first, they had 4 jungle bans against him, and then he still picked Lee Sin, which is one of his best champs, and he played incredibly well. They won the early 2v2 skirmish. He immediately goes top. He gets his top laner ahead. He has his mid and top ahead. Then he goes bot, gank spot. Just always, like we said, always being in the right place, always getting his teammates ahead, always making things happen, and just making it really easy for his teammates to play the game. That's definitely his strength. It's really nice to see him back on a pick like this. Same thing, similar to the Xin Zhao game, where he's really just able to be proactive on the map, help his teammates, and yeah, I think from there, his teammates just took over, Sylas, Aurelia, Jinx, all great scaling champions. He got them through the early game, gave them safe lanes, and from there, they just got to the teamfight phase where they're so powerful and just easy game for them.
Well, easy is a relative term, I think, there were definitely some unfortunate moments as we got along the way, but hey, like you said, the win is what does count. But Veteran, I found there was a statement that you said which really does reflect the state of where we are in the games. If 100 Thieves just chill the early game, they just win. And both games they've won, they've done exactly that.
Yeah, for sure. And in this game, we're towards the end of 2022 now, and yet people still don't seem to realize Jinx just hard counters the Philios compositions. In this game, Fnatic early on was able to stall the game down, but this play definitely gives them a huge lead on bot lane that they're then able to leverage on the initial Drake. So once this happens and all the tempers on their side and they're able to play with their bot lane for the initial Drake fight, it's basically guaranteed that they're going to be able to win it unless they massively mess up on their entry into the fight. It becomes a very difficult composition for them to lose with. They have to be the ones overstepping and putting themselves in a poor position for Taco Gaming to be able to do anything about it. Jinx otherwise was just going to outscale and outrange everybody on the enemy team and be very, very difficult to control. Graves, sure, has that smoke screen, but has to actually be able to get in there. Once Fnatic made his early game plays and denied that economy for him to do so, he wasn't going to be able to safely get there. He wasn't going to be a threat. There was going to be no threat on the Jinx. So I like this aspect there. You had the Yuumi beforehand when they didn't allow a full reset composition over to their opponents. I think if they keep going with stuff like this, then they're going to be able to win out. Just make sure that the enemy doesn't have burst as well as scaling and then match their scaling, and 100 Thieves come out on top. That seems to be the meta for this series.
Yeah, the burst right here is the one I want to really try to take in. Kurt, as you go along with your point, I wanted to play our second replay for us, where we look at the top side fight and really divulge into the moment that caught us all by surprise.
Yeah, I think this replay is just a really good example of the power of the late game team fight. Darkwings just went massive in this fight. He was basically 1v4, which gave enough time for the Lens and Sniper to get back into the fight. And I think that's just this is why these compositions are so good. When they're able to buy time, their carries play really well. And really just give so much time, so much space. And yeah, this game, they had the advantage. They pushed it. They started the Baron. It wasn't optimal, but I think that's one of the things that 100X is good at is they still know when they're strong. It doesn't have to be optimal. And you can just tell the comfort that they're playing with. But I think for me, looking a bit at the other side of Taco Gaming, I think that one of the things that I would like to see them change is really get Rovex on something that's much more proactive. They put him on the Braum this game, and it's it's the exact opposite of Pyke. He's just sitting there. He's not much to do. He can't really influence the map. He can't engage fights. He can't clean up. They had the option to pick Pyke this game. They chose not to. I think 100X denied them Sylas as well, a really strong champ. And so I think for them, what I'd like to see is like them get back on red side, like get a counter pick for Shochi, make sure that Robix is on something that's really going to impact the game, try to get him back on the pike, and just give yourselves agency. Like I think, like Veteran was saying before, is basically just like Taco Gaming tried to kind of match their comp, but they just did it worse. And that they're never like, they're just not going to win that way. And so really go to what helped them win in games 2 and 3, and then just try to go back to that style and really try to get those wins. Or 1 and 3, sorry.
So Veteran, as it stands right now then, considering we have both Taco and Heart of Thieves, and you've been in the Heart of Thieves camps, right, for the entire time.
Yeah.
What stands in the way of them essentially just taking game 5 cleanly? Because we know Fnatic can solely carry, but with all these jungles bans, right? Sure, maybe they take guys Lee Sin, but what's left now? What do they do?
I mean, when it gets to a state of something like a game 5, comfort is king, and I'm worried that they may have been lulled into a full sense of security by not banning this pike. I think Rovex is a completely different player on this pike. I think Burst has been their counter to these otherwise slower fighting compositions from 100 Thieves. Even the games where they lost with Azir, for example, these weren't burst-heavy comps. You counter these comps with burst-heavy comps, and that's what they are winning with in game 3. I think if they don't deny the pike early on, and Taco Gaming goes, let's just go full comfort, right? Game 5 play of no regrets, all that, then Taco Gaming might end up winning because of a full sense of security given in the game 4 here. So I hope 100 Thieves don't get too cocky about this. Now is not the time to be cocky. They're very, very good when you give them these champs. Don't give them those champs. And then play your slower scaling, but match scaling and better scaling compositions you've been doing so far. But this is the one way that you'll lose it. Don't be lulled into the full sense of security from game 4.
There's no security left. There's no second chances.
Yeah.
There's no more games. This is it for both of these teams. And it's time to throw down the absolute gauntlet. Gloves are off. Let's see what they have. I hope you ready, because I know I'm not. And hopefully the casters are. So let's give it over to System 2 of my favorite people on the planet and the prettiest flowers in the garden, Destructs and Smacks.
Oh, Smacks, what a day! What a series. I want to reiterate something that we said at the very start of the day. This is the most dominant team in Amateur going against the upset darlings. 2 games to 100 Thieves next. 2 games over to Taco Gaming, and now, Smacks, winner takes all.
It took a lot for Taco Gaming to get to this point. The finals against 100 Thieves next. Let's not even talk about the fact that they're at match point, and they have been for a couple of games, because they're still 1 win away from beating 100 Thieves next. Let's talk about the journey here for one moment, because they were slotted in to Group B, a very difficult group. They did already have 100 Thieves next in that group to begin with. Not only that, they did actually have No Org in that group, who they lost to in their first match of the group stage. No Org dropped out. They didn't have to play against them, and they barely squeaked by to get 2nd seed out of that group. They then had to upset both the quarterfinals and the semifinals to get to even this point where they are right now. And now they've already won 2 games in this series. If it was a best of 3 against 100 Thieves, they would have already won it. They went 2-1 in the best of 3. It's a best of 5 though, and they have to win that 3rd game. They didn't do it in the 4th one. But they're still here. They're still fighting for that. And that's so ridiculous that they were able to do all of this. They just need to do one. They need to do one more Nexus, Desterux.
I'm trying to breathe, man. I'm trying to breathe. What you just said right there, Smacks. I want to point out some of those teams they went against. It was Fear in the quarters. It was AOE in the semis. These are 2 big teams they had to face, and now they face the biggest. They stare down Titans in 100 Thieves next, and they say, just like the Ravishing Rockwood, just bring it.
They're doing it. They're here in this draft against 100 Thieves next, the historical most dominant team in all of amateur history, apart from No Org. But they are the only ones left to this day. Taco Gaming is on the precipice of taking them down in this finals best of 5. We're getting right into this draft. Taco Gaming right back over to the red side where
back.
they've picked up both of their wins today, and where they've had so many devastating counter picks, the Zed, the Pike, the Soraka as well. Like, everything that they've thrown at us today has been so cool on this red side. Can't wait to see what they've got left.
Yeah, Taco Gaming have been red side kings thus far throughout this draft. You were talking about those counter picks. They were immaculate to see because, Rovex, as you were talking about, the Soraka, the ambulance, Wii saved the living daylights out of game number 2. Yeah, you go look at what Lawrence was able to do on Action throughout this series, facing General Sniper, has looked absolutely fantastic thus far. Taco Gaming on red side, it works with them so well. 100 Thieves next. On the blue side, though, and they do got that B1. As we take a look at the bans, nothing too much going to change just yet. Kindred, Draven, all standard that we've seen throughout these series bans so far, as well as the Callista.
And that Wukong, too, taking it away from Fnatic. He's not had his hands on that champion a single time. Looks pretty good in the semifinals just yesterday.
Karthus.
So I fully understand that one. They have the option Karthus or Sylas. Sylas is still available, and Darkwings, while he did play it in that last game, they haven't shown that they're willing to first pick it on that blue side quite yet. They went for the Gnar both of those other times here for 100 Thieves next, so we'll see if they change their minds. Like I said, I've seen blue 1 Sylas. It works sometimes.
The final ban out is going to be that Aurelia. That's not going to be able to hit the Rift this time, and right away, 100 Thieves next. They're not going to allow that Sylas over. They snatch it. And with that, Taco Gaming are going to respond with the Gnar.
Oh, and it's the Taliyah. So that has been the champion that Taco Gaming have banned every single other game with their 3 bans. It's been Callista, Wukong, and Taliyah. But this is the only game that they leave it up. It's the only game that they will get it for themselves as well. Surprise, surprise, Shochi on this champion. He's looked so good on it in the last few games that they've played. His Taliyah walls are so insane. I have never seen an amateur player do that much with a Taliyah wall so consistently every time.
And keep in mind, Shochi is a player who plays so well to the map, who plays so well to his team. Taliyah enables that to no end. It's also a good pick champion. The seismic shove, if you don't notice it, it can send you straight to the respawn in no time. And looking at what's being paired alongside that, we're going back to the Pike. This is a deadly team being drafted by Taco Gaming in this Game 5.
Yes, we're getting all the pocket picks again for Taco Gaming. I can't wait to see it all in front of our screens again. We have this, we have the Taliyah, we have the Pike, all these map menaces that can go literally everywhere at any time they could possibly want to. They are against the scaling, though, again for 100 Thieves. They're trying to combine all the same champions that they just succeeded on so well. And what I would call the most dominant game, just back, like from front to back, I think 100 Thieves had that entire game on lock, and they played it very clean. They played it very slow, which is very different from what the other games have been, especially Taco Gaming victories. So 100 Thieves, they're trying to replicate that in this draft. They just now have to deal with these wacky options of the Pike and the Taliyah and whatever else Taco Gaming still has for us.
Now, the Sylas was grabbed by 100 Thieves next. And once we see the Sylas grab, we're always looking at the ultimates he can take away. We've already talked enough about the Cheater Gnar. It does give him the death from below that he can take away as well. So some options, some spicy options get bounced right back just because you have that Sylas.
Liking this a lot from the Sylas. It makes Taco Gaming think about what they could possibly want also. As we see 100 Thieves next, they know that Taliyah is going to go into the mid lane, or at least they can assume it, as they have banned away a couple of the junglers that City Witty really likes piloting, just has a lot of comfort on that. Kha'Zix in specific, you may not know City Witty super well and be confused by that one, but City Witty has been a historically very good Kha'Zix, even back in the day when he used to go by Link as well. You get the Varus skin for Gorka, but this Fiora, so devastating yesterday, is back for Sniper.
All right, this is going to be an exciting one right now because we were talking about throwing down the gauntlet with these pocket picks. Rovex throws out his with the Clyde, but Sniper is getting the tried, the true Fiora into the matchup of Lawrence's Gnar.
And Fnatic's had his fun. He had his Lee Sin game. He can rest easy now. He knows that his team is back and they're ready. They've got all this damage in their composition. He can go safely with the Olaf, excuse me, the Trundle. Oh my god!
Yes! We are in for a treat, baby.
Who could have possibly seen this coming? Every single pick that we get from Taco Gaming is so surprising every single time. I never know what to expect. This is no exception. Kane is the last option for City Witty. After all of his wacky junglers are taken off the board, 4 bans towards him, he goes to the Kane, the counter pick. Saved it until last. That's what I love about Taco Gaming. They can have any single one of their players save their last pick on red side, and it just is the most devastating counter pick, because this is another one of the situations. It's so good to play red Kane here. You have that knock-up. You're so good at these melee champions. The sustain is out of this world. I love this pick.
Of course, the sticking potential to pick out those carries that 100 Thieves Next have picked up. I mean, 100 Thieves Next, no doubt they have a good composition. This is still very strong, regardless of what Taco Gaming have counterpicked. But my word, if Taco Gaming can get any lead whatsoever, can get anything going whatsoever, this is Taco Gaming. This will be a bloodbath, and they will fight it tooth and nail to get this Game 5 victory.
Oh, man. I'm a believer right now in Taco Gaming. I'm loving these picks that they've got for us. I'm loving the momentum that they've had. You know, they're winning on the odd number games, 1 and 3. We're here for 5. The 5th game of the finals starts now with a Kane pick and 100 Thieves Next on the other side. The most dominant team in the entire year. Who's going to win? Let's find out.
Taco Gaming staring in the eyes of Titans. The challenge has been thrown down as they bring some of the spiciest picks of the year. Gorica back on the Varus, Rovex, the Pike, and City Witty. With this oh so iconic Kane, it stands right in front of 100 Thieves Next as we go into game number 5, the final game of the day.
Let's get it going, Desterux. I cannot wait. We're going to have to wait for just a little bit, though. That is how Kane Jungle operates. You do need to stack up the little Orby thingies. I don't remember what they're called, but it doesn't matter. Because City Witty, he needs to go for that player combat. Luckily for him, there are a lot of melee champions on that team. You just have to avoid only hitting the Jinx. I think that's going to be manageable for him. Once he gets all those stacks down, this champion becomes really strong in this game. He's one of the few melee champions that can really meaningfully out-sustain a Sylas. If you just put them next to each other and have them fight to the death, Kane will actually out-sustain Sylas in that.
Man, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this Kane. This matchup against Fnatic's Trundle. Oh, there's so many different things I could really go off onto this, but I am expecting the obvious, Max. I'm going to call it out. It's not going to be the hottest of takes. In fact, it's going to be very cold. A kill a minute once again. I think we can, at this point, what, 1.3 kills per minute? I'm expecting a bloodbath, Max.
Yeah. It's certainly trending that way. I think the numbers support your thesis here, as we have had 4 games in a row where it has been a kill a minute. This is why I love Amateur so much. This is why every one of you watching loves Amateur so much. And I know that everyone here is super, super excited to see who's going to take this one. Taco Gaming really making it interesting today. I know a lot of people were doubting them the entire playoffs through, even in that group stage. A lot of people didn't have them making it out of that group. But they're here in the finals. They're 1 win away. They're putting all their faith in their jungler for this Kane pick. And they might be able to do it. They might be able to take the title of the best amateur team today.
Now, to make that a reality, they still need some lane prio to go their way, right? Because this has been a story for Taco Gaming. If City Witty plays a champion like this, he will spend a lot of time kind of AFK jungling for the first couple of minutes of this game, right? He can't really have too much of an impact onto the map. That is a window for Fnatic to really play to his lanes. You need priority for Taco Gaming to make sure that Fnatic is not going to be the most impactful thing. That Fnatic's just not going to snowball this and run away with it for 100 Thieves Next. City Witty sets up towards this bottom side, clearing out some of the camps of Fnatic and staring daggers into this bot lane of 100 Thieves Next.
He's actually going for a pretty dangerous route here, too. He didn't actually take Blade's reach the W until level 4. As he just now hits level 4, he has it at this very moment. But there was maybe a possibility for him to get punished very early on, as he did have to go for an invade to even get that level 4. But now he's here. He can continue clearing those camps, and Fnatic, who we usually say doesn't go for these full clears and does really like to get the lanes impacted very, very early on. Has taken a bit of a slower approach to this game, knowing that he is into this Kayn and maybe not wanting to give him more of those red orbs.
Yeah. City Witty can get that transformation. The faster he gets it, the better it is going to be for Taco Gaming. City will be pathing towards this top side now, and that's the side I'm going to be watching a lot. It's Lawrence versus Sniper. This has been so volatile. Smacks, can you update us on the solo kill counter for Lawrence right now?
It is 6 solo kills in 4 games, as this is the 5th one, so we'll find out soon enough. Fnatic dropping a little cone in that bottom lane as he is the Constable Trundle. Hitting level 4 there too, crucially. I have to mention the City Witty's path again just real quick because it actually is really cool. Because everything worked out so well for him, he was able to take away the Krug camp, and he got his second Raptor camp spawn just fully naturally, just while moving around the jungle, not stopping for a moment. This is really clean from City Witty, and it will give him a really solid lead. We know he's very skilled at farming the jungle effectively.
You can see the pressure being applied from 100 Thieves next towards the spot side. Sword not really afraid to throw out the hook right there. A lot of that because Fnatic is just hovering over here. Now, with Fnatic hovering towards the side, he will be pathing back towards his top lane. And again, I'm still watching that top lane. It's Sniper on Fiora. Now, Sniper, he's made a name for himself on a lot of these big carry champions, right? Very, very early on into this year, we used to kind of refer to Sniper as just Viper's brother. But over time, Sniper has just made a name absolutely for himself. He's his own individual, and he puts out star-studded performances on carry champions such as Fiora.
And the Fiora's a big one too. If you were watching the semifinals yesterday, you already know that. But if you didn't catch yesterday's games, you probably also still know that because he's played it a bunch of times in this tournament. But even if somehow you didn't watch any of those games, this is your first time seeing Sniper, this is what you should expect. You can see he has a really solid lane advantage already into Lawrence's range champion, by the way. Sniper's bullying him out of this lane, finding these really solid advantages, and he already has his full mythic component. He has an extra active to trade with in this lane. He's got some jungle pressure here, too.
Ooh, that jungle pressure being applied. The cone goes up, but it doesn't count out the escape route of Lawrence. Will be fine. Fnatic not finding the gank just yet. A bit of skirmishing going on into this mid lane. And that's where it gets a little bit dangerous for Dark Wings, depending on where this Earth is placed. You know, if he hops in, he could be heavily damaging himself at the wrong time.
We're seeing that, just like the other 5 games in a row, Taco Gaming is setting up for this Drake, able to take the first Drake all of those games. This is why I mentioned the stat. And they've also been able to take the second Drake in all of those games. So if history serves itself again, we'll have that for a 5th and final time tonight. As Taco Gaming really had a lot of priority on that objective. They get a lot of pressure in their bottom lane thanks to Gorica and Rovex, who are not letting up today, but Gorica doesn't have a lot of ways out.
Yeah, Gorica not taking the wisest of routes. This is good, though. That was the best. That was the best you could really ask for Gorica, getting trapped down like that. What I was expecting was the flash to be burnt away. He only burns the heal to get some health back, so he still has his flash, and that's very important on a mobile ADC such as Varus.
A lot of resilience there to not use the flash as well, but he knew that Lens wasn't in range to follow up on the crowd control there, still hitting the minion wave. Really smart stuff from Gorica, and he should be. He's a very seasoned veteran. He's played in Academy. He's played in Collegiate. Just recently placed top 8 in Collegiate with Western. So congratulations to him for that one. But right now, he is more focused on winning this finals. He's so close to doing it against his former teammate, Fnatic, against a lot of the best players that we have here in Amateur. I know we heard on the desk as well, very high praise of 100 Thieves next from Curry, for good reason, as I'll hold off on that one as Lawrence hit by the ult.
Yeah, the challenge on to Lawrence. Lawrence trying to get the Mega Gnar to buy some extra time, but Sniper will get the solo kill on the top side, taking down Lawrence, and, of course, continuing that chaos that we have over there, Smacks. Another solo kill for Sniper.
Yeah, I hate that I haven't been able to track it for Sniper as well. I haven't been counting those ones, too. I've only been counting
Because it's
Lawrence,
more shocking
but...
when it's Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, I know. Like, Sniper has been doing a great job all throughout. Like, that's sort of expected, and I should have been counting. I feel bad for Sniper. I'm sorry. I will count next time. But combined, they're absolutely in the double digits at this point of solo kills in just one series, which is so funny. This has been an amazing matchup to watch top lane.
Fnatic setting up towards that mid lane. and instead going to start to rotate out. City Witty spotting out where Darkwings is going. And with City Witty, the roam coming out, it's a deadly combo to have this support in jungle duo. I mean, Rovex, he's always hunting for kills, so is City Witty. They bring a lot of damage together. Rovex yet to be level 6. That's where that Pyke is really going to start to be a threat for that execution. And once we get there, 100 Thieves next need to watch out on these roams.
City Witty, you can see he's getting a little antsy right now for the stacks on his main passive. I don't believe he's actually picked up any of them so far. Just really farming out that jungle. He's done a great job of that, sure. Might get his mythic before he even gets 1 stack, which is not super uncommon on Kayn, but it's not ideal, to say the least. We'll see what his plans are for that one in the future. It looks like he's going for the Gore Drinker build. I'm seeing some Gore Drinker, some Eclipse also from Red Kayn, but against the big melee champions on the other side, I think the Gore Drinker makes a lot more sense.
Get a lot of health back, sustain. Stay in those fights longer. Something that Taco Gaming need. Definitely need. As still watching this pathing, right? City Witty now ending on to this top side. Lawrence is getting low, and City Witty is pathing the right way. It is just a magic trick. Now you see Lawrence, now you see City Witty. Fight breaking out in the bottom lane as Gorka's forced to flash away. Will take down Lens in the process. A kill for the bot lane of Taco Gaming. And they're hunting down for more. Rovex with the Bone Skewer will pull sword right back in. But the minions are doing a lot of damage. And Rovex can't pop the death from below in time. The fight's going to continue. It's all over the map right now. The ultimate going to be popped up by City Witty, but bit down right on the jugular. Fnatic finds it.
All right, here is the explosion of kills that we expect from these teams. Bone Skewer
Rovex.
does it connect into Darkwings? Not quite there. Does dodge out of that one. Could have been even more, as there's a death from below from Darkwings now. See where he wants to throw that one. I think we're going to be looking here at the top lane play first. We have the Talia wall from Shochi. Oh, okay. So it starts in the topside jungle. Sniper was in that magic trick that you mentioned. They do end up killing him with City Witty and Shochi's nice wall. I already mentioned how good he is at those. See what happens here. Or not.
I'm going to see that. The wall was enough. The Weaver's wall, the map play. Shochi saving out right there and getting a kill onto General Sniper. Always going to feel good. Taco Gaming, slight gold lead going their way. A reminder, this is game number 5. Taco Gaming are looking for the upset right here and right now. They still have a ways to climb, but they're not getting stomped out. They're not getting just shut out. They are the ones with the lead.
Their scaling elements are starting to come online too. Shochi 1-0 on the Talia. This champion used to be a bit of a burst mage, and she still is, but she scales so well now with the way that her Q works. You get the boulder, which does a tremendous amount of damage and slows champions too. You get to see a bit of it in this exchange, but you do find the City Witty takes a little too much damage in that one to survive. But as I was saying, Shochi, he knows that this champion scales super well. We've seen it a lot in all sorts of play around the world. I know I've referenced this a bunch of times, but Pretty has put up some crazy numbers on this champion. Definitely the best Talia player that we have in NA. And I know Shochi, he used to be in the IMT ladder, so maybe he's learned from the best.
I love that you bring up Pretty. It is one of the most devastating Talias I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
One of the most fun to watch.
Champ.
And Shochi, definitely no slouch. Shelly's going to go down into the mid lane. Out comes the seismic shove. It will land onto Fnatic, and City Witty's looking to follow through. Ultimate's going to be burnt. More rocks looking to hit the back of Fnatic, but it's going to force the flash right out. Rovex now roaming out to the mid lane. Shelly's going to get a charge. Some plates will still be cashed in as Taco Gaming can't complete the kills.
We're seeing the effect of that Talia scaling right now, though. I think Talia, in her current state, is the best level 9 champion in the game. When you have 5 points in your queue, you can constantly cycle the rocks and the boulders and the rocks and the boulders, and with the slow from the boulder, it makes it so you can't miss the follow-up rocks. It's really, really strong, and all you need is the mana, which is why you see Talia's often go for the Tear of the Goddess, as Shochi has right now. As long as you have mana, nobody can outdamage you. It's ridiculous. And this is without a mythic item yet.
Yeah, that's without Everfrost.
Yep.
That is without
Everfrost.
Everfrost.
Leandries too. Though even more damage there.
Yeah, so just straight up for the damage build out of Shochi, not even going for the chain of CC. City Witty just clearing out the minion waves onto Darkwings. And with Shochi, I mean, I'm going to be watching a lot of what happens on this next Dragon fight. We have 3 minutes before that timer does go off. And Fnatic is trying to prey onto this bottom lane that has been oh so aggressive. Again, has that immobile Varus. Rovex will slide away.
See that Darkwings was potentially threatening a bot side play with his jungler, taking away the Weaver's Wall. Not something that you do very often on Sylas, but he is just in the presence of a Taliyah, so, you know, when life gives you lemons, you make the wall lemonade, I suppose. See what he can do with it. He does still have it for a little bit of time.
Oh, Sword realizing he might be caught out. Chain of Corruption's gonna land onto nothing, but here comes City Witty, and here comes Lens. Lens going the wrong way. Out comes the kill, gonna be picked up by Gorka onto Lens. And that's another kill going over to Taco Gaming's bottom lane. They're not letting this Jinx get online. Lens is falling behind. Gorka's getting a lead.
And even more gold comes through with the death from below as well. Rovex sharing that with his team. And they might even get to take this turret. Okay, no, Gorka, he has a really big wave, but he's respecting the Taliyah wall from the Sylas.
Okay, Darkwings is here. He's going on to Gorka. A lot of damage onto Gorka, but Gorka's returning fire. Ooh. Out comes the piercing arrow. It doesn't land onto Darkwings, but still gonna get chased down by Shochi. Shochi gets the kill onto Darkwings. Fnatic pushed away by the seismic shove. Ooh. Gorka gets caught by the super mega death rocket, but Shochi can still finish the job and give a lead over to Taco Gaming, who acquire 4K into their name in game number 5.
That was absolutely ridiculous. Nearly a perfect play from Taco Gaming. They even get the top lane turret just solo. Lawrence takes that by himself up there and is continuing to threaten Sniper. I can't wait to watch that play one more time and gush over how well Rovex's Pike worked in that play, because it was absolutely filthy. There's not a lot of opportunities that you get as Pike to peel for your carries. But what Rovex did there was super, super well played. I can't wait to watch it.
Stealing away the blue buff, Shochi acquires it as Taco Gaming. Man, they have a lead. Let's take another look at what you were just saying. Want to see those plays as well, Smash.
Yeah, look at this Pike. Okay, so he's able to get in range of Darkwings and shred him off, but then look at this Bone Skewer. Fnatic is on top of his AD carry, and he flips him the other direction.
And Seismic on top of it.
Yeah, it's so clean from Rovex, and he's able to survive all throughout. The only thing that goes wrong is the Jinx rocket hits onto Gorka. But man, Rovex is just on another level with this Pike. I'm having such a fun time watching this.
This is 5K. This is a 5K lead for Taco Gaming in game number 5. A team that has absolutely no backing is fighting with 100 Thieves next, the kings of North American developmental, and they just found another pick onto Fnatic.
That's going to be another Drake. No smite at all from 100 Thieves next. And Taco Gaming, their momentum is not stopping anytime soon. They are continuing to mangle the members of the Thieves. Left and right, they're finding these picks. All it takes is one of these assassins on their team. They didn't need the Zed, they didn't need the Karthus. All they need is Rovex and his Skewer. And he is continuing to deliver today.
I gotta ask one more time to Twitch chat, to the audience, to everyone watching this PGCQ. Do you believe in Taco Gaming? A lead acquired, 2 Drakes to their name, 2 turrets, completely uncontested for 100 Thieves next. Before this series, 100 Thieves next always had first brick. Taco Gaming, tooth and nail they fight. They bring this to game 5, and they are in the driver's seats, Max. They are in prime position to snowball this to a championship in PGCQ number 2.
All they asked of us was to keep doubting them. Continue thinking that they couldn't possibly win any of these series. There were a few believers, but the masses had no faith, had no belief in the Taco Gamers that you see in front of you today. But they have taken the league by storm, they've taken the playoffs by storm, and they're out for blood again. Sniper, you gotta run.
Sniper right onto Shochi. There's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to escape. Trying to hop onto Rovex. He'll hop right on out. Ultimate going to be used onto Shochi. Slams him against the wall, but Lawrence is returning and says, hey, I can do it better. Absolutely brutalizes Darkwings as Rovex tries to find Sniper, but Sniper just barely escapes to tell the tale. Rovex, one more bone skewer. The Sniper heads for the hills.
Another pick for Taco Gaming and another retreat from 100 Thieves next. They cannot catch a break from Rovex, the support on a mission. Nice hook.
Oh, a hook comes in. It gets a kill right back. And Lens can't get excited in time. Lawrence gets the kill. It's a double going over. Not exactly where you want those kills found. 100 Thieves next. They still snap back, but they're losing more than they're gaining. Fnatic gets a tower in the bottom lane. Taco Gaming focusing onto this top side, and they will take that tower, Smacks.
Another structure for Taco Gaming. Make that 3 as they find more and more and more on this rift. They're giving over a couple of these kills, but as you said, 100 Thieves are giving a whole lot more than they are taking at this point. Taco Gaming are continuing to defy all odds today. More of these turrets. Look at this. Gorica just bought a hat. He's got a death cap on Varus.
Up. Wow. That far ahead. Get that gold up. Get that gold up right away. I want to see just how devastating this actually has been. Taco Gaming this early game, absolutely phenomenal. Let's take a look at that.
Nice.
4 members all the way in the lead from Taco Gaming.
And when you play AD carry with a Pyke who's finding kills, you kind of feel like a trust fund baby at that point. Gorica taking advantage of it with the full hat on his person. No mythic quite yet. He doesn't even need it. He's going for the burst damage. And you better believe he's coming for that title. 100 Thieves next. That was kind of weird.
The strange hook goes out. Just bounces Rovex against the wall. Smacks. 20 minutes into this. 100 Thieves next have fought out from some brutal situations before. I have to ask you, where does the fight come from 100 Thieves next if they do find a way back?
They've still got this Jinx. They've still got the late game king here in Lens. Oh, but they might not have Fnatic.
Oh, they might not have Fnatic. Rovex a little bit isolated right here as Darkwings will get 1 kill. And has the death from below. Looking to chain it onto City Witty. City Witty waiting for the ultimate, but here comes Shochi. He arrives off the Weaver's wall, waiting on the flank. Lawrence looking for Darkwings. A knockup found onto Darkwings. Darkwings sliding over the wall, but gets caught out by Lawrence. Lawrence and Shochi chasing. Lens caught out and fed to the wolves. Shochi nets that kill. Fnatic showing up, realizing that his carries are dead. Darkwings has fallen. Lens has fallen. And Taco Gaming are looking to take Baron.
Taco Gaming are continuing to demolish the neutral state that 100 Thieves next put themselves in as Fnatic has to run away from the Baron that's being taken by Taco Gaming. He cannot enter the pit. It's going to go over to Taco in just 22 minutes time. They've blown this game wide open. In the 5th game of the finals, they're playing this so aggressively with these assassins, and Rovex knows he can dive in. His team's got his back. Sniper, he might be the next victim.
Going after Sniper, waiting for that bone skewer. Rovex can't land it, but still feels the momentum on his side. Sniper just gets out. Rovex, the rest of Taco Gaming, so vicious they are. So dominant they are. And now, standing in lane positioning to take that title, to take PGCQ number 2. Smacks, this is happening, man. This is actually happening.
Yeah, it's actually happening in front of our very eyes. Taco Gaming is winning the finals right now. If all things go to plan from here, we will crown a new victor in the Proving Grounds qualifying tournaments. We had 100 Thieves next in the first one, no team in the second, 100 Thieves bouncing back in the third, and right now it's looking like Taco Gaming will be the 4th and final winner of the qualifying tournaments in 2022. That is absurd.
It's gonna take a miracle for 100 Thieves next. And to sing the praises once more, Taco, from Taco Gaming, the manager, bringing this squad together, what they've been able to do, what this org has been able to do with absolutely zero funding, You know, and he's thinking about retiring at the end of this split. Well, look at what your boys are doing now. Look at what they're able to pull off now as Gorica just obliterates Darkwings and Taco Gaming siege into the bot.
Did you see how much damage the Blight did just now? Gorica with the Death Cap build just completely obliterating people as Shochi was able to kill Sniper on the other side of the fight. Look at this.
Seismic shove! Death from below! It is absolute annihilation as the ace is picked up! Taco Gaming, death timer so big, they're looking to close out right now, Smacks. Taco Tuesdays never die!
They still have the Baron for 40 seconds. They still have everyone dead on the side of 100 Thieves next. They're looking, but they don't end the game quite yet. Taco Tuesday is still upon us. They're still waiting for the last entree of the day. Oh, I don't know if you want that, Darkwings.
That's the wrong choice to make. Destroyed his Darkwings, and that is another death timer ticking away as the march towards victory is found by Taco Gaming, and it meets the bot lane inhibitor. Now the engage from Shochi. Isolates Sniper, who hops over the wall. Another inhibitor to fall, Smacks.
2 inhibitors dead. Taco Gaming. They land an arrow. That's so much damage.
Seismic shot bound by Shochi. Pulls in 2. And will net a big team fight win coming out for Taco Gaming as they're looking for more. They're looking for the end. They stare down the face of Titans. It's been done before against Fear, against AoE, and now against the most dominant team that Amateur has ever seen. Taco Gaming stand tall. They will take the 2nd seed in Proving Grounds and look to take down 100 Thieves next. The most dominant team in Amateur is not done, though. Darkwings hopping onto Rovex. Now Rovex running away as the Nexus towers have fallen. 100 Thieves next. Not done.
It's only the Nexus at this point as Rovex will survive. The Baron expired and Darkwing saved the game for 100 Thieves next for just a little while longer. Let's see how much that's going to matter in this game because, again, Taco Gaming haven't quite done it yet. There's just a little bit more. They have a 10k gold lead. They were able to get so many kills on that play. They just need the Nexus from here on out. And let's watch this team fight just one more time. Look at City Witty playing so aggressively with the ultimate, dashing forward onto Lens. Beautiful stuff from this 5th pick counter pick Kane.
Beautiful stuff. Almost the end right there. But you gotta feel at this moment that this game is over. 100 Thieves next. They need nothing short of a miracle to come back from this one. Inhibitors are down. Nexus towers are down. Taco Gaming 1 step away from taking the title.
And they get to do a victory lap at this point as well. Only the Nexus is left. We get to see what kind of showboating they've got for us, Taco Gaming. Give us your best, because you have one last opportunity to play in this series, to end this series on your terms before Proving Ground starts back up tomorrow. We get to see the play-ins that Taco Gaming have already gone past. They win today. They are the 2nd amateur seed in that event, as they did get enough points to qualify for that. See what they can do on this Drake pit. It doesn't really feel like 100 Thieves can deny this, and that is a soul that they are looking down the barrel of.
Taco Gaming, they're doing this the right way. Soul will be picked up off of this. Very easy, secure. Transfer that to Baron, and that will be the final nail in the coffin. Super Mega Death Rocket comes out. It is far too late. Taco Gaming are headed for Baron.
So much sustain on these members now, especially City Witty, who's bringing the heat to close out the series for Taco Gaming. This Kane has been wonderful to watch. All of the counter picks from Taco Gaming are getting in there and doing their worst. The Akshan in the top lane, the Kane, the Karthus as well in the jungle. They get one last opportunity to show how it works in the fights.
Final fight to come out. 100 Thieves next need to win this. Lens still unchecked, but City Witty hops onto him and looking to clean up, but Lens still able to back off. 100 Thieves next are fighting. 100 Thieves next are getting kills. The 100 Thieves next have already taken down Gorica, and only City Witty remains. 100 Thieves next! Find a team, find wins, Max!
Oh my god, Lens. He's coming online at this point, Destrux. He has the Infinity Edge. 3-item Jinx is not something you can trifle with. You have to pour all of your resources into that. Oh man, Taco Gaming. This was supposed to be the victory lap, but 100 Thieves deny it. Lens stays alive the entire time. Nobody even comes close to being on top of him except for City Witty, but she already gets excited, the Jinx, and Lens uses that to perfection. Oh man, Taco Gaming, you gotta clean it out. You gotta close it out faster than that.
I want to point out a very important detail here. Lens did not have flash. It just took one kill. The excitement that got picked up off of that kill gave enough spacing for Lens to pull that off. But why is that important? Because look at that flash timer. It is going to be available in the next team fight.
That's a full stopwatch here for Lens as well. A ton of safety now on this champion. And it is the champion, the only one that 100 Thieves Next can use to win this game from here. There's so much scaling on this champion, on this player as well. He plays these fights incredibly. Taco Gaming now know for a fact that they need to kill the Jinx.
Super minions shoving in, but now the last wave taken down. 100 Thieves Next, looking to defend these inhibitors. Taco Gaming setting up. Lawrence has a long time before he gets that Mega Gnar. However, for Dark Wings, he will have it available right now. As he looks for Lawrence, looks for an engage. Inhibitor getting lower into the mid lane. 100 Thieves Next, biding their time.
All right. All depends on Lens's positioning in these exchanges. If Lens can stay safe, if he can deal all the damage, then it's going to work out for 100 Thieves Next again. As long as they can keep their Nexus alive, trying to engage on City Witty might work.
City's alone. Ultimate's gonna go off, but Lawrence pulls them away. Out comes the seismic shove. Taco Gaming going for the close right now. They pick off Sniper. Sniper falls, and so does Darkwing. A double kill acquired. Taco Gaming. They've done it. They've done it. Stand tall. Stand proud. Zero backing. The most dominant team North American Amateur has ever seen. And Taco Gaming best them. A group doubted time and time again. Doubt them now.
Taco Gaming just did the impossible. They've been doing the impossible for a month, Deserex. They actually made it out of Group B. They beat Cincinnati Fear in the quarterfinals. They beat AoE in the semifinals. And they beat 100 Thieves Next in the finals. Impossible task after impossible task, 4 in a row, all lined up back to back. And they win it all. Oh my god!
Fucking deserved, man! Taco Gaming! What a performance to come out of them! Because keep in mind, doubted time and time again against Fear, no one voted for them! And they still bounce back and take that series against AoE again, only Travi hoping, begging that they come across, and they do! And against the Titans of Amateur, somehow, someway, Taco Gaming take the dub and become our champions of PGCQ #2 summer.
Oh, spin facts here, Deserux. It's just true. Taco Gaming, congratulations on a hard-fought set of victories. 4 in a row. I cannot believe it. They actually managed to do it. We should have believed it, though, Deserux. This is one of the only 2 amateur teams to upset an academy team in spring proving grounds. We should have seen this coming. We knew that Taco Gaming had it in him. We knew Rovex had it in him. He was there from the very beginning, and he's there at the end. This Pike performance. Today and yesterday, Rovex, he's just too good, man. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it.
Just too good. What an outstanding performance coming out from Taco Gaming. So well deserved, so well earned. Shout out to the entire squad because everyone stepped up. I want to stress that so much. Lawrence, someone I was so critical of coming into this series, calling him just basically kind of perma stuck in weak side. No, to hell with that. To hell with that. He challenges General Sniper Smacks and comes out ahead. This entire roster, it's a phenomenal performance coming out of them, but we are done, Smacks. Go ahead.
We got one more shout out to give as well. Nova, the coach. He stepped in the final hour off of Jake's Kittens. He came in to close out the group, and he's been with this team for the entirety of playoffs, making it work. Nova, you got your dues as well, man. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations to all of Taco Gaming. Well done to you all. That's all I got for today, man. What a day. Oh,
All right.
what a day.
All right. We are done. We're exhausted. What a series. What a banger for the last circuit qualifiers of 2022. For the casting desk, we are closing out here. My name's been Desirux. This has been Smacks, and this has been a baller banging series to cover. I want to thank you guys so much for all of this, for everything that's been going on. I want to give my personal thanks before the entire stream actually does close out, because my word, what a year it has been. We are going to throw it over a short break now. When we return, Ravishing Ravish will have an interview with our well-deserved winners. You're not going to want to miss it. Be sure to stay tuned. Oh, it's actually going to be 100x first. You're not going to want to miss that either. We'll get 2 interviews, so doubling up. Be sure to continue watching, because we got those interviews right after this break.
Welcome on back, amigos. We do, of course, have with me Mist from 100 Thieves to talk about their games today and, of course, the season in general. Mist, I'll dive right in with you. Firstly, I just want to say, give a hats off to y'all. The games you all played today absolutely kept us on the edge of our seats, and phenomenal plays from all your players in general.
What's the question? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just saying, just in general, just hats off to you guys. Just praising just your work and stuff in general.
Yeah, I think we didn't have too much prepared going to the finals.
Fair.
I think they all played really good. We're going to game 5. I think we're not playing our best day for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Drafts, the players, like everything have didn't go too well today. I mean, they're a better team for sure. Like they have a lot good champ, definitely fair on second phase. I don't really prepare for it, like the Zad and the Kane,
Yeah, honestly, none of us predicted the Kane. We were all surprised seeing it, but that doesn't matter right now. What matters is your team in general. So what I wanted to get from you is just talk to me more about the season and the development you guys have seen, because there's a reason why I find your team has been the most dominant throughout all of PGCQ.
I think for this split that we changed, we're getting the Dark Winds and the Lens. It's actually changed some fundamental in the team, like in the comms as well, and they learn really fast what I teach them, like the macro, like the wave, like the comms and like mid games. I think they're actually really good players. I really want to see how far they can go in the future.
Yeah, 100%, right? And I know Sniper as well was also talking about, expanding his own champ pool to get away from some of the carries and seeing how he can also fit into the role of the team, especially with Fnatic, who has been the biggest voice of the team, though. I want to talk to you more about Kid, but within the team in general too, besides the development of the addition of new players, the players that stuck around, right? Talk to me a bit more about them, how they've grown, and some that, really people may not notice about your team.
I think Fan become really main shot caller or like voice in the team right now. He's like mostly telling team how we set up in mid game and like which side we're playing. And Sniper is mainly focused on his matchup for sure. And he's start playing tanks like Oren, like the Gragas, and like he will play like GP like he used to not playing like those champs. He can blind and he can counter pick. And also Sword, he's performing as well. Like he's really good as support now. I can see his transit from like mid to support. He's like really good on macro, and like for sure he have hands and he like good on warding like the support normal stuff, he'll be really good. I think all our member improve a lot through this year.
And honestly, I do 100% agree. And I would say as of right now, going to Proving Grounds as well, although it was a tough loss today, I find many teams have, and as Cash especially have said, you guys do seem ready to face Academy level teams. What would you say in your opinion, going to Proving Grounds tomorrow and throughout this entire week? How do you feel about facing Academy?
I mean, we did last play. We didn't really do too well. I think this play will be more ready to compete, maybe in top 4. That's our goal. I think even to winning the Proving Ground.
For sure.
I think that's our goal to join the Proving Ground in probably like next few days.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want our player to be ready because we don't really have too much time to prepare. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure 100% you guys will be ready, right? Because, you guys are phenomenal in general, and you alongside your team have done such an amazing job of helping to just show more of the amateur side. So thank you again for all that you do for your team, and big shout out to all your players for their performances as usual. Now, we'll be back with our winners interview with Taco. Until then, so you can catch you guys in a bit.
Yep.
We got my main man Shochi here for the winners interview. What's good with you, G?
Yo, what's good with you? I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world right now.
Bro, I mean, as you should. My man got the Teemo hat on the
Yeah.
Naruto headband. Okay,
Yeah.
I respect the you mixing up series. Oh, it's not even it's the Akatsuki one.
Yeah,
You wear
see.
the robe too.
Let me show it off. Let me show it off.
Okay. You're
The
against the
Akatsuki secret
village.
member. Yup.
That's what I'm talking about. So now you did have some sick plays like Itachi did, but of course you couldn't take out the entire village. But you did try to take out all 100 thieves, though. Talk to me about your games, man.
Man, I feel like I played well that series, except for game 2 where I kind of got solo boloed. But I mean, that Zed game was probably the best Zed game I played in my entire life. The first game was Silas. I was feeling myself. That last Talia game, I was feeling really confident until like we almost threw, and then I was feeling confident again. So it was a great series.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. That final Baron, I was like, yo, they win this, right? And then they lost. And I was like, yo, guys, what's going on here? Just close the game, no?
Yeah,
the next
exactly.
is open.
Exactly, yeah.
That was what's up, though. But just give me your overall basis thoughts on moving from game to game to game, because it was kind of even odd tug of war, right? So just behind the scenes, what was going on with you? What were you talking about? What were you thinking?
Okay, so I think this is, at least for me, this was my first ever BO5, and it was kind of interesting to see like how the drafts were changing. Like, Silas was getting prioritized, Talia was getting prioritized, and Nara. So that was a really good experience. And as a team, like normally we aren't the most consistent. Like that game 2, we kind of had some blunders, but the best of 5 format I think really gave us a buff to like have some wiggle room to make mistakes and come back stronger the next game, which is what I think we really excel at.
And I think, yeah, y'all definitely showed that you got a lot in your back pocket. I know no one expecting the Kane pick, honestly. It was a fun surprise that I was really excited about. You kept roaming down bot lane just because you could. And I was like, okay. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Every single flip back, I was with it. But as things going on right now, I know you kept saying everybody counted you out. I just want to say it live on air yet again. I had y'all. Day one.
You had us?
3-2.
I didn't
3-2,
see.
bro.
I didn't see. Thank you.
3-2. Go back
That's
in the
right.
bot. The prize is there, baby.
Yeah.
Never doubted you.
Oh, don't worry. I've been going back in the VODs, gathering as much as I can. There will be a video coming out exposing NA Amateur.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I saw
That's
you
what
and
you're talking
Travis had our back. That's respect. That's respect.
Oh, yes, of course. But now the thing continues to be the team has to have yo back as you go into tomorrow into PG, baby. This is it. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I think if I'm not wrong, we're the 2nd seed now, and that means we
You
play Immortals, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be a nice little narrative because Immortals Academy picked me up for like a week. I didn't get to play any Academy games. They kind of needed a sub, but it'll be kind of bittersweet to take what I learned from them and hopefully beat them in our games. So yeah, look forward to that.
That's gonna be fun. And as things stand right now, yo, you guys strive for the mountaintops. What are they not saying about you? What should be said about my man Sochi?
I don't know. It feels like even going into the off season, or the past split, like everyone was kind of underestimating me. Like a bunch of tryouts, I was almost teamless. But then
Wow.
City Witty and everyone on Taco Gaming, they had a home for me, and that ragtag team of ninjas from the Akatsuki managed to win PG Summer. So it's pretty lit.
That's what we talking about. Itachi right here, man. You let him know why they should have never kicked you out of the Leaf Village, bro. Why you should have been there since day one. Man. That's what we talking about. But now, past all that, I'm sure there's a massive win. So let me hear it. What do you got to say to your adoring fans out there?
I mean, shout out to everyone who had our back, the few, the brave, the many. Who knows? But shout out to my girlfriend. Shout out to Taco from Taco Gaming. All my teammates. Shout out to all the coaches that have helped me in the past, like Deos, Loyola, Dragox, Draxer. Yeah, they're all the goats. Brooksy even, like 2 years ago or something. I've had a lot of help to get to where I am today, and I'm really thankful for all that.
I mean, that's amazing. Big shout out to everybody, and of course the staff behind you too, doing your thing. Also, Nova, don't come after me now. I voted for you.
Oh, Nova had your back? Or he's coming after you? Okay.
Bro, I know, bro. Nova's way too tall, man. I'm scared.
Yeah, I mean, he's ruthless. He's ruthless.
I know he is. All right, now, with all that, though, homie, I appreciate you talking to me. Good luck in PG, fam. I'm excited to watch y'all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having our back. We'll give a good showing.
Yes, you will.
Yes, sir.
I never doubted them. Let it be said here and now. 3, 2, Taco Gaming. Put it up there, Hyper. Put it up there. Put it up there. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yep.
Let's go. And you smell what the Ravish is cooking, because it's nothing but truth.
This is the last time I bet
know,
against The Rock.
And against Taco Gaming. Bow down
I
to
mean-
Ravi. She knew the whole time.
Thank
He
you,
was
thank
right. We clowned him, and he was right. He had it from the beginning.
you. I'll take it all right now. All your praises, your follows, your money. My PayPal's right there, bro. Just think it over.
When
Smartest
everyone
man.
voted Taco Gaming last time, I could see my life flashing before my eyes what was about to happen. And when Ravishing brought out 3-2 Taco Gaming this time, again, just there was no other way it could go. There was no other way.
That's a crowd out there cheering my name.
I told him to ban Pike, man.
I did say, yeah.
Apparently, according to that interview, right, if 100 Thieves had just watched our analyst segment, they would have had more prep.
They would.
God!
Woo!
Oh.
Curry, you want to talk about the game?
I mean, yeah, I think like we talked about kind of in the pregame, it always comes down to comfort, and they just picked maximum comfort. They Lawrence back on the Gnar. Sochi was on Talia, which I think up to now has been banned most of the time, but they opened it up for him. Rovex on the Pike was huge once again. Orca just on something safe, something easy, and then City Witty with the Kane counter pick, and Kane is just massive this game. It's such a great Kane game. 4 melee champions, like so easy to just like help out his team in fights, carry, like just do the things. Like he got 2 golems, he was far ahead in jungle, like it was just all perfect. And I think, yeah, I mean, I think when we talked about like the beginning of the day, like I said, like momentum is such a huge thing, and I feel like Taco Gaming really had the momentum this whole series. Even like coming into game 1, they got that win. Like obviously they didn't like 3-0, but like it always felt like in every game they kind of like always had an answer. Like they would lose the game, they would come back, knew exactly what they wanted to do the next game. It's just really impressive from them. And this game they just came in really confident and just kept making things happen. It's just really impressed by them.
I also want to give a quick shout out to the Varus play. So they were bringing out this AP Varus that we didn't really comment on the desk, but this fits into the whole burst versus slow play that we were talking about beforehand. When they could end the fights immediately, that's when they had an advantage, when they could instantly give somebody at the start of the fight, because 100 Thieves don't approach fights perfectly. They never have been the team that sets up fights on their terms. They've always been the team that waits for you to be the guys to mess it up. The Varus was not a melee champion, so it wasn't something you could just counter engage on, and if they made the pick with it, they could immediately set up for their pike, which they should never have really gotten by rights. So that was a really good innovative pick that we haven't really seen anywhere else. Both me and Curry were unfamiliar with AP Varus outside of ARAMs even. So yeah, very, very nice pick, very good for their style, and prep was definitely in their favor. They didn't change themselves too much for this series. That's a big thing. They still played their own game. They just refined it in some ways to make it even better against 100 Thieves.
It just felt like the Varus, if I may use a chess term sponsored by Joshi, of course, a dangling piece, essentially. It was stuck out there for everybody to just take hold of, especially with picks like the Nocturne. Like, hey, look, I have no flash, come kill me. And then the entire team would be like, no, you don't. And then immediately try to grasp and usurp any position that 100 Thieves decided to take over. But let's look in a reflection sort of manner. Because as of right now, although 100 Thieves swords tough, like they got taken out, but PG's on the horizon, right? Both these teams with Taco Gaming now taking over second seed, and 100 Thieves, of course, still first seed due to just the amazing amount of points they have. They'll still, of course, continue forward with the main sort of predicted outcome that was there with their own opponents. So let's talk a little bit about what we can see for Proving Grounds, gentlemen, because the gap between academy and amateur, of course, may be prevalent, but is it so presentable? Will we necessarily see just massive outcome there? I'll start off with you.
Well, I mean, given that by transitive properties, Qualifier has in fact won PGCQ again, we can expect him to be taking Proving Grounds once again, because they were the only team to actually defeat Taco Gaming. So from Taco Gaming's win here, they win. But actually, like, I didn't necessarily disagree with something Curry said at the start, which was that 100 Thieves X is a team you could even see beating out a lot of the lower teams in the Academy League, and maybe even have players that could move up towards LCS level. I think with Taco Gaming showing their strength here, and even with teams like AO Esports showing their strength versus Taco Gaming earlier on, we actually have a very competitive amateur lineup going into Proving Grounds overall. I think definitely, if you think 100 Thieves would be able to do something, and I definitely shouldn't be criticized for thinking that, you have to also admit Taco Gaming are coming in as a threat.
Taco Gaming was definitely a threat here too, and Curry with experience as well too. Like you said, 100 Thieves is able to take on perhaps the lower level academy teams, but it's Taco Gaming ready too. Of course, with the pocket picks, they could probably do a lot, but can they overcome that gap?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a team that's evolved a lot through the tournament, and just like evolved in the sense they really refined their style, like Veteran was saying. Like they tried a few different things, tried a few different styles, but they figured out what they're really good at. In this series, they really honed in on it, really found those picks. And I think like for a team that is like on that track, I can definitely see them like continuing to improve as the tournament goes later and later. So I'm really like excited to see how they're going to do in Proving Grounds, what they're able to pick up, what they're able to add, and also like how they fare against some of these academy teams. As for 100X, I think, obviously they still have to work more like on their prep and like cleaning up, figuring out their style and really cleaning it up. I think I definitely would have liked to see more from Sniper today. I feel like he was, even in games where he was ahead, he didn't really have a lot of impact in the games. Like the Aurelia games, he would get ahead, but then he would throw his lead by dying at bad timings, like not respecting the jungle. Then he was trading like solo kills back and forth. The last game, yeah, he did kind of ended up having that impact, but it was a little bit too late, and he was having trouble translating to the team. And I think this is a player we really expect a lot of, not just like in the coming future, but like long term. Sure. And I think this is going to be really a big learning experience for how he can improve as a player and really like help impact his team.
Yeah, because the way it stands currently, 100 Thieves and Taco Gaming got to go up against some of the best of the best. On the other side, with Proving Grounds starting tomorrow in less than 24 hours. So y'all gotta remember, the action does not stop here. It only continues and will continue to do so. But I do, of course, want to thank 100 Thieves, Taco Gaming, and every single other team that has competed throughout this split to make amateur a beautiful space, which is why, yet again, we see anything can happen. So thank you all for helping support the space, because it truly is something that I care about and thousands of other people do as well. With that though, big shout out to, of course, all the staff behind the Unified League who helped make this happen. Of course, all our producers, our casters, directors, our TOs, our referees, everybody, our sponsors who helped make this possible. Our casters, of course, like who've been wrong, but some have been right. And of course, put out fantastic shows specifically for finals, death runs, and smacks. My analyst desk for being beside me the entire time, veteran, and Curry, veteran, for having, I think, the most appearances I've seen out of a guest in PGCQ ever. Big shout out to you. And thank you all for watching, of course, and helping make the Amber space a lot more wonderful. I have been ravishing the Rock Johnson, the most correct analyst desk ever, and the smartest man to be alive. This has been
I mean, it's a
wonderful.
fact.
It's just
It
the best.
exists whether we agree or not.
That's just it.
He
Thank you
never
all
misses.
yet again, and I never will 100% KDA. We'll be back tomorrow with the main Proving Grounds tournaments. But until then, have a good night. Take care. Peace.